Round one, fight!
Hey, Dreammates here. Welcome to episode number 24 of Next Space Rebels. We are ticking along there pretty good. 24 is pretty crazy to think about it. We are moving up in complexity. We are no longer setting off rockets in our backyard. They have to be at the park at the end of the street. Or an open field or something, because they're just getting that much more complex. We've introduced oxygen over for you guys, so we have some a lot more things. Today is going to be trying to do a better pump for the one girl there. Let me just switch that on and that off. There we go. So we have our new builder and everything here, so let's just give it a go here. So we said we were going to do the leaf blower pump. So I need to, Charlize asked me if there was any development with her pumps. I'm going to need to make some high altitude rockets. She showed me a leaf blower pump. She also gave me another record to break. So include the leaf blower pump, use only one engine, build a rocket with at least 40 kilograms of structure mass, and reach a speed of 100 kilometers an hour within 10 seconds. That's a lot of weight, but let's give it a go here. So I do really like the pool stuff. I haven't used any of it yet. I was trying to hold my tongue with for a long time, saying I'm waiting for the right parts. I'm waiting for the right parts. The right parts have arrived. I do like working with these pool parts so very much. So we need to use 40 kilograms of structure mass. We'll just keep adding stuff until it reaches that point. Actually, we should go to scrap, and we have that Cessna wings. We can bring in snap is on. So it should snap, but it's not. Okay. So we'll put it right there. And duplicate it and mirror it. Put that guy on this side. Right there. So we have 40 kilograms of structure mass, so we've reached that point. It does look kind of phallic, but it is what it is. A lot of rockets do. Actually, you know what? If we're trying to break a speed record, let's take these guys off. Oop. Just the fins off, so take that off. If we're trying to break a speed record, let's see if 2 missile fins would be a little more appropriate as far as getting us where we need to go a little quicker, because we're trying to break a speed record here, and that actually gave me the mass I needed, so that's cool. So duplicate, mirror, and put one on the same on the other side. Yeah, because we're trying to break a speed record here, so better. Okay, so now let's just pack it with some goodies. So they only want one engine, so we'll use my best engine, the compact engine, and we'll poke it out. Why not? Poke it out of the bottom there. It's nice and flat along the bottom, so it's a good part to take off right from. So we need to include the leaf blower pump. And gotta remember which way the intake and output is. So output's on the end and the intake is at the top. Okay. So we're gonna put 2 of these in there. We are trying to break a record, so let's put 2 of them in there. And it's a lot of weight on there, so we don't want to put too much fuel in it. Experimental biofuel. Algae barrel. The algae barrel fit in there. We'll do just a single algae barrel and see what that'll do as far as getting me the right speed. Run the algae barrel, and I think we wanna put some oxygen in here too, don't we? We'll actually put that back to where it was before. There. Bring it down. Put a little bit left. What's the information on that? Flow rate of 5 kilograms a second, or 0.5 kilograms a second. 60 kilograms of fuel. Well, we'll just give it oxygen so that we can just give it a boost. 2 kilograms a second. I'm gonna need a few of them. So let's put a couple of them in. It's always so hard with the Xbox controller to get it just perfectly vertical. You kind of just play around and hope you get the best. But let's duplicate that so I don't have to deal with spinning it around again. And well, we'll put 2 in there. We just need to get it going. So we'll put 2 of these bad boys in there. And we want them to actually be a little bit more to the left if we can. Kind of even out the weight distribution of the rocket. That way it's just going to go straight up. So we want to connect the 2 oxygen fuels into one. Or the 2 oxygen into one. And then we have a oxygen injector. Take that other line. Inject some oxygen through it, which will give me one single line to come down and run through the pipe, so that should hopefully do it. So let's just connect this up here. So bring this over. Oh, it's not gonna let me. Oh, poopy. So it's only gonna let me put fuel through that one, so we'll have to bring in 2 of these then. So let's duplicate that. We gotta highlight it, then duplicate it. So bring in 2, and then we use the same thing to do that. So give myself a bit more room, move these up a bit. There we go. And an introduction of 2 oxygen to 2 fuel lines. So I think we go here. Let's just try and look at it in the connection mode. So we want to put this guy around. So this guy will connect into here. And then this guy will connect into there. Introduce oxygen to there and introduce oxygen to there. So we don't need that part. So yeah, now we've got that all connected up. So it's you're running basically kind of, if you think about it, running one fuel pipe this way and then around and down this way essentially. And then you're just connecting the oxygen pipes into that main fuel flow pipe, and then we just take that and we bring it down into the leaf blower here. So the intake is across the top there. So we'll go towards the intake. up, go around the top of it, and connect it in there like that, and go like that over into there. So it's gonna burn hard, it's gonna burn fast. Actually, go back to my building thing. There's something that's floating and I can't see it. What is floating? I could have swore I saw like a part floating out here when I left that connection mode. I don't see it. What parts are floating? Oh, is it maybe this wing on this side? Bring it in a little bit. No, that's not the floating part. Oh, that is the floating part. I don't have anything extra in the build area, do I? Where is the floating part? I'm confused. I don't see any floating parts anywhere. Like, that is so weird. Like, to me, there is no floating parts anywhere. That is so weird. There's something that's peculiar about this guy. Why is it not letting me? Just play around with some different parts until we find the one that's not connected properly. Don't think it's the fins at the top of it. No, because it snaps right on there. I think it'd be the barrel. Like, what is floating? There is nothing floating. I don't get it. I really don't. I really don't. Let's move it and see if there's something underneath it. No, because then it would pick up whatever's underneath it too. Like, I'm seriously, where is this floating part? Just going to deconstruct it here. That's the only way I can think to maybe find where this missing part is. So take the cone off and then take that guy off. See if we can find something that's going on there now. And then take that guy off. Like, to me, there's nothing floating about it. I don't really essentially, I do need those for weight though. Let's just get rid of those silly things, see if that's maybe doing it. Yeah, I don't understand why it's doing that. Put it back together, see what happens. See if that does it. Now it lets me build it. Okay, but I do need to get 40 kilograms of structure mass, so I have to put those. Put some wings on it. So, I don't have the pool wings. It's not like I could even afford them. To get the pool wings, there is pool wings. You talk to the do-it-yourself guy at some point to get the pool wings, but we'll go into scrap again and try those missile. I don't think a corrugated wing would pull it off. Try the missile fins again. It was a nice look. Yeah, see, it automatically doesn't like those things. Maybe I have to put it in there way further. Okay. So it needs to go in there way further, I guess. Okay. yeah, it just needs to be shoved right in there. The reason I keep trying to keep it on the outside is there's a little flap at the bottom that will help with control that I would like to oscillate, but I can't if I gotta sandwich it in there so hard. So it's there. Even with the other side. Okay, so I guess it was the fins. Let's just connect this up. Now that everything's been done, we have to actually go through and connect again. So yeah, here we'll do it this way for you. So we connect it into there. Essentially it's a single fuel line. We'll connect it into this one. Again, just a single fuel line. But we will add the oxygen to it now. So you're just introducing oxygen to the fuel. So this is how you would connect multiple oxygen tanks to just one fuel tank. It's just use more of those guys and kind of use one of them as being part of it and do it that way. It works pretty well. So, boom, output down here, trace a line, whoa. And then we just, there we go. So this honestly should do it for the build. We have included the leaf blower. We've used one engine only. We've built things. So now we just need to reach 1,000 kilometers a second within kilometers an hour within 10 seconds, which I believe it will. So let's build it up there and take a look at it. So yeah, it's those pool pieces are nice and big and gigantic, and what's cool about them is there's a nice little see-through section in it there, so you can kind of see everything that I've done and connected up there. So let's give it a launch. Here we go. 1,000. Go. See, it's just gone. And definitely, there you go. 1,300, 2,000 kilometers an hour. She's still burning. Pretty even burn on the oxygen fuel there. That was nice. That was a good run. So we definitely beat her speed record with that one. So that's how you do leaf blower pump. I souped it up, did a little bit more than I needed to, but getting to the fun part of the game now, we can make real rockets, and we can really get this thing, like, it's 23 kilometers up there right now. We can really get it going. So this is the funner part to me, where I got to be more creative, and you know, sure, you want me to do this, but I'm gonna do this, just like I did with the looping the other day. You want me to do 2, you want me to do 5, sure, but I want to do 200. Which I still haven't done on camera. I do, now that I have the pool parts, look out. I'll have to do, once I've gone through the storyline, do a looping episode for you guys there. It's one of the ones that I can do well. I even have a possible thought of making something even better, so let's see what happens. So, yeah, she can get up to 42 kilometers maybe. No, 41.8 kilometers. I'll go on board. So yeah, I like the pool thing just because it's see-through. Yeah, she's up there, and she's on her way back down. Coming down, she's picking up a speed 3,000 kilometers an hour. Now we're coming up on kilometers a second, so it's there we go, kilometer a second now. So this little thing's moving, so let's get a downward shot of it. Yeah, I probably don't need to, but I love watching these things smash into the ground. Especially if they end up coming down right in front of you. 4, 3, 2, camera's gonna go woof right down. Oh, yeah, that like landed at my feet. I didn't even see it explode as the pieces behind me. Now I can't even look behind me. Oh well. But we reached the speed, so top speed 2,635 kilometers an hour when we needed 1,000. So there you go. I'm professional. Leaf blower. I went as high as a weather balloon, and I'm a shark. And I used, we'll put pump in there as well. And then choose one of these where it's gone. There we go. There you go. 81,000 views, 560 new followers. More ranks in a different place, so let's see what happens there. Cool. Alright, so got a couple messages here. Well, so let's watch her video.
I've always been a space travel nerd. It feels like home to me. I'd love to show you around up there one day. And that day is getting closer. Space is getting closer. It's no longer the final frontier. Forget the race to the moon or Mars. The real 21st century space race is just a few hundred
that would make a
kilometers
good
above
thumbnail.
us in low Earth orbit. This is the next Wild West of space, with huge tech giants fighting over a new kind of gold: the internet. Beamed by satellite to connect.
Just gonna add that to my little note of list to do.
So you see,
24.
the prize is humongous.
Good
Let me
thumbnail.
take you through a few of the competitors. First up, we have Outer Web.
Even
They're
that
the
one.
granddaddy. They've spent years, if not decades,
Cool.
on a massive.
Always on the lookout for something that'll kind of make me stand out a little bit there, you guys, and you know, make the thumbnails a little better because it's a little bit different, difficult to try and do.
Production line building sats and rockets almost as fast as cars. It was neck and neck, and then we forced our way in. And by we, I mean you, me, and a growing army of motherfucking space activists. We are everything they're not. Small, nimble, self-taught, no baggage, and out to change and free the world from the tyranny of old tech. Calling all next space rebels out there. Stop big corporations from getting the monopoly they want so bad. The future of our data, our privacy, and our human identity is in your hands. Join the outsiders in the space race. You are one of us now.
Okay. We're now part of space. I haven't actually put anything into space that will remain there yet, so can't really say that too loudly. Charlize. Maybe having used some of my pumps will help me get more funding as well. Are you having trouble with breaking the record with the leaf blower pump? I already did it. Oh. Obrigada? Obrigada. Thank you so very much for your help. What did I do? Your continued support has given me a lot of confidence, and seeing what you can do with my pumps made me think of new ideas. So now I'm very proud to offer you my next work, the pot pump. Oh, is that for gardening? No, silly, it's just the name. Or the new pump is so much more powerful and should be able to lift bigger weights. There we go. Ourself a little pot pump. How much bigger? That's for you to try out. I would like you to build a very heavy rocket and try and launch it using this new pump. That way you can see what it can do. Are you okay with helping me out like that? Sounds useful. I'll see what I can do. Thank you. I'm grateful for your help. And Radic. Give me some more NSR pieces. Hey there, I just wanted to check and see how you're doing. I'm doing good. I'm really poor because you guys don't offer any money like Starku did. Even if I had parts and get them in there, I can't afford them. Yeah, I know you're going and all, but I still can't keep in touch with as many people in the community as possible. I don't want to turn into one of those CEOs that have no idea who's working for them and working for them. Ha ha ha. No, I get that. The idea of a CEO is stupid anyways. One guy acting as he's visionary and earning lots of money, while the other people who support his vision stay invisible and poor. That's why Next Best Rebels is a movement, not a company. So how is the movement doing? We're okay. Still growing, of course. Growing a bit too fast, perhaps. How so? Ambitions cost money, staying independent too. You're in money trouble? Not yet. Something I have to deal with. Well, good luck with that. I don't have nothing to help you with. Thanks, I'll be okay, I'm sure. Anything I can do? That's nice of you, but we'll manage for now. Okay. So let's go and do another build. Something that's gonna be fast. Include 2 fuel tanks, use only 1 engine, include the gate, launch the rocket, and have it separately. Okay, alright, we'll do this one here. Let's try and make a quick build out of this. So include at least 2 fuel tanks, only 1 engine. So I see what they're trying to do here is they want you to use 1 engine and drop the fuel. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop 2 pieces of it. So we'll go into pool and we'll go like this. And so we're going to drop include at least 2. So we can only do 1 engine. So yeah, we're going to have to drop something off of the side or an extra part off of it or something at some point. That's why I'm thinking double round canister would be a good option because it would have 2 cylinders coming down. But I honestly I would need 3. We're gonna try this. So this is something unusual. I've never actually tried to do this, but we're gonna do this. So we're gonna run the engine through the bottom of this. Put a big pool part in here. And we'll run the engine through here in the center and then have 2 smaller pieces coming off of there that I can just drop and get out of the way for it. So let's go to scrap. And connect a couple barrels. What do barrels look like next to this thing? So scrap barrels. What's the barrel look like? Okay, so we'll put 2 barrels in. Turn that snap off. So these will be our fuel container. That we have kind of on either side. We'll have the engine running down the center. So we want to bring in a couple kinetic pieces because we want to drop these at some point. So we'll kind of put that one there, duplicate it, put one, I don't know, up there. Have that connected. Connected. So it'll give you a good standing point. And they only want 1 engine. So we'll put the 1 engine right there. And include at least 2 fuel tanks. So we want to use 2 fuel tanks. We'll put the experimental fuel to use. So we want to go 1. So let's bring it so that it's inside. Copy it. Put a second one here. I like things to be symmetric. Oh. Hit the wrong button. Let's try mirror this time. There we go. See if it'll actually mirror. Okay, so we've gotten bring those two in. Actually, yeah, so we need to include at least 2 fuel tanks. So we'll put the fuel tanks in here. Sorry, another puppy's in the courtyard. They like barking and yapping, and my dog responds to it. So sorry about that. He's just a pup. Well, he's not a pup. He's like 6 or something. These are actually upside. Alright, yeah, sorry, I had to cut a bunch of that out because my dog was freaking out at another dog that was walking by. So let's connect these up here. So that is intake to output, then it'll push the 2 of them up. We'll consider those as one. So we'll connect the 2 of those as if there were one. So I'll connect this guy in. So those 2 become 1 essentially there now. And then we're gonna run another fuel tank for the other part of it, which we can just run as another one. So you're kind of budging the rules on this, but it will work. It will get you where you need to go. So let's connect some of this stuff in. I don't need a fuel pump, but I probably will put it in. Just because don't really necessarily need it, because we're not trying to achieve any speed records or any of that sort of deal. So yeah, gonna need another one of those connectors too. So let's put that there. And we need another connector. Because once that is brought down to 1 fuel line, I'm going to have another one coming in from the other one. But what we need in here is the gates. And I usually put the gate up alongside of here because and the gate has specific... Oh, why is it not letting me? There. No, that's not what I'm on. No! There, okay. So we want it to trigger on a particular button. So we'll choose the trigger with a key and we'll trigger it with X. So we can actually trigger the flow of the next fuel with X. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down here and we're going to do the same thing here. So we're going to edit it. It's triggered with X as well. So when those 2 fuel tanks are used up, we can disconnect them and we can start the fuel flow for the larger tank right after it. So there we go. I think that's good. Let's just find our best way to connect this up. It's not going to be the funnest one. So we got the flow going. So that's going to be coming into that one. And then we bring the other 2. Bring this guy up to there. And oh boy, I guess it doesn't matter. Just give that bad boy. So bring this up, and then we'll. Am I doing this wrong? I think I'm doing this wrong somehow. Yeah, this one needs to go into that other one. This guy needs to be flipped that way. I don't know if that'll still. Oh. Why does it not, like, it sometimes clicks on it, but other times it doesn't. So there, it disconnected. Good. So we'll run this guy up to there. So now we actually got to go pointing in a more proper direction to be able to connect it in. Boy, I'm trying think of how I would orient this. So this one is obviously going to have to go into there. And this one's going to have to go into the other piece, but the other piece needs to be closer down here so that it can be, so it needs to be a closer piece. We want the two brought into one, but I can't block the engine with that. You know what? There's one other way to do this. It's just all the way around. Nobody says we need to have like a tiny fuel line. And of course it's now, again, the wrong way that we wanted it if I go all the way around. Okay, so let's put that back to the way it was before. Okay. So we connect this, and then we'll connect this one in, but we're gonna go all the way around again. There we go, that'll fix my problem I'm having. Besides the controller, Xbox controller, not being all kinds of squirrely and stuff like that. So it connects into there, and then those two can run into that one, and then that one can run into a pot pump, which we just got. Connections. That connects into there, and then we'll run this around and bring it up into the engine. There. Okay, so that should hopefully get us going. Once we've ran through these two fuel ones and run through all the fuel on that, then we can kick in the next fuel thing and go from there. So let's give that a go. So I've included at least 2 fuel tanks. I got 1 engine. I've included the gate and completely used 1 fuel tank before starting the one afterwards. So it's 2, but it's 1. So let's just build it up there, and this is going to be a bit of a longer episode. I do realize that, but let's give it a go. So this is the try here. Let's see what happens. So those things are burning off the 2 bottom fuel engines right now. Only when I hit X will they start to burn the fuel that is in the other ones. Is that still burning fuel, or is that done? I think it must be done. So we'll drop that. There we go. Okay. So it should have that's where I like Kerbal better. That's really starting to head back towards the ground. The engines, it would show the different fuel tanks, and I guess them being all connected into one. So we're gonna get a couple of loopings out of this one too. There we go. But that's what they want. So so after the first one's empty, you just start the second one. It can also be done in stages to do that, but you'd have to have 2 side engines coming off of it and have the main bottom drop off it and continue off. So that's another way of doing it. There's all kinds of different ways of doing these, and that felt like it would be a quicker, easier way to do it. But it wasn't quicker, I tell you that much. But we did get to, so we got open the gate done. So truck, looping, split, travel, and pool. And post that bad boy up. So that's, yeah, there's multiple ways of doing that. I think it might have been actually easier if I had no, because I need 1 engine. That's probably why people have trouble with it. You know, you can work around things. So yeah, I guess in order to have the parameter, would you do that? Like you'd have to disconnect the top of the rocket I don't know. That's a good build. I did it either way. So I'd like to thank you for joining me on episode number 24 here today. I appreciate you guys joining me. And until next time, take care of yourself, your friends, and your family.